can start. There we go. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for
Happy
joining us.
Friday.
Happy Friday, our weekly Producers Mindset. I have a special guest today, the one and only Shira Dunn. Shira, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for making some time. I've been texting Shira, hey, we're ready for you. Like, let me just give me a second to find a quiet spot.
All kids are home, very, very challenging, but it's like work, you know? We juggle, we do juggling with everything.
And we're gonna hear in a second about your juggling and your amazing story. First of all, Shana Tova,
Shana
Gmar
tova.
Chatima Tova. It's the eve of Yom Kippur, and are you ready?
No, not yet. It's gonna take
Shira,
time working on it.
yeah, Shira, tell us about about you. I really want to hear a story. I know you pretty well. Most people don't. They just see your name or know of you, but you have a remarkable story from the time that um, were back in Israel, and then you came here, and take it from here.
So, when I was young, I was very sure about, even first grade. I remember people asking me, "What do you want to do in your life?" I was really like, all the time I knew what I wanted. It's like something that really something I don't know if it's like built in or what it was that made me be this type of person, but I knew I'm gonna go to law school at first grade. You would ask me, what do you want to do? I want to be in law school. Um, and that was my basically I was going to school and I was making efforts to make, good grades and everything, and I had a lot of self-discipline. Nobody had to tell me, go sit down, do your homework. I have one kid that is the same, that you see it like it's maybe something you were born with. Other than that, I had a lot of passion to, that's what I had in my mind. And I indeed went to law school. During the time, even before when I was 14, I felt like school was not enough. I felt like I want to work. And it's not like I needed. I didn't come from a house that I needed to support or anything. I just felt like I need to work. I need to make my own without people telling me, like my parents, not people, but without my parents telling me what to do with the money because it's theirs. So I started working when I was 14, and I was tutoring, and I was doing everything. Like I was working in a restaurant. I was doing everything I possibly could in my age, to save money and to be independent. Um, this is just like, like long story short, because it's a lot of things happened in this journey. I finished school. I didn't Most of the people in Israel go to a trip after they finish, like before after they finish the army, they go to a trip. I went to the army. I had 10 months before, I did a trip in Germany for 3 months as an 18-year-old girl. By myself, got to know like locals, um, and then I went to the army in Israel. Everyone is like it's mandatory, but I wanted something meaningful, so I was asking for a meaningful position, and I was a chief commander of 120 soldiers, um, and I did very difficult training, like really army, like difficult and very intense training. And when I finished, I started law school, and when basically I was A+ student, and I really enjoyed it. I felt it's really challenging, but I really didn't want to be an attorney. I felt like I just like the idea of knowing so many facts about contracts and all of that, but I didn't really want it to be an attorney. Like when I understood what it means, I don't want to get to it because I'm going to touch it when I'm going to get to real estate and why I'm so excited about what I do. um, I came here um, after, like, I was in my master degree, and I in the middle, like, I cut everything and I came to to Los Angeles, and I had to start from scratch because, I it's not the same. Everything is new, and I had to basically research, like inside what, like with myself. It took me a few years. It's the first time in my life that I didn't know what I want to do. We started investing in 2017, and I started to feel like I'm so excited about real estate, and I thought it's because I'm investing.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting addicted to escrows. I started feeling like that's my first addiction started. Um, and I felt like I'm so excited about the process, and about every real estate transaction I've had in my life was different than the other. Nothing was the same. And I said, okay, why paying a commission? I want to get my license, get a commission to myself. Why would I pay to somebody else that I do everything? I do everything anyways. And then I did my license just for myself. I didn't plan on really, you know, like working as an agent.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately when I got my license, I had a lot of people that knows me from investments started asking me if I can help them. Um, and that's when I started. You want to ask me something, or I'm just talking nonstop?
Don't stop, Shira. You're doing the, you're on track. Keep it up.
So I so I, so basically I feel like the way for real estate to succeed is really find your environment that really, like, usually I would say it, and you, if you think about it for a second, you see that I'm right. Every real estate agent, like listing agent, usually 95% of time you will see that the listing agent is very similar to the seller.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if let's say it's Israeli, you will see an Israeli client, like Israeli seller, but not specifically Israeli. It will be a religious Israeli kind of person, or it can be Asian. Like, let's say, I would say Chinese, you will see a Chinese client. If it's Hispanic, you will see Hispanic client. That's how it is. People feel comfortable with. It's usually people that are close to you in your sphere of influence. So this is
Mm-hmm.
how I started. I started with I'm an Orthodox Jew, Israeli. So my clients are 95% similar to me because they are closer to my. I see them in the synagogues. I see them in the supermarkets. I see them where I spend the time that I don't have.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So I mean that schools. I mean that's basically like I. Of course, I had clients that are not Israeli, not religious, but most of them are very similar lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So so they understand when my phone is off. Some of every Friday, and they understand when there are holidays. They're also off. Um, so I felt since I started. I mean, my first year, I was already a top agent. And you know what? I was really surprised.
Why
Uh,
is that?
it's like I was working without thinking of it. It's like I was working because I loved what I'm doing. I was just so excited about it. And I was so into it. And then the broker told me, oh, you need to prepare. Next month, we have a ceremony. I was like, what are you talking about? What ceremony? It was like, you are going to win. I have a surprise for you. I came with sneaker with no, I came with flat shoes to a very fancy event. I came with like so not non-informal clothes. Like I was, everyone were with high heels, and I didn't really understand where I'm at. Like for me, it was, I'm such a simple person. For me, I was like, what am I doing here? It's so fancy. It's not that I'm not going to fancy places. I just didn't understand this event. For me, it was
Mm-hmm.
just about working for my clients. And I remember like I was with flat shoes, like, how do you call it? Like the slides, like, and I was like, and then they called me and they said, for most, like I won in the whole company, like most of sales in, like I won some prizes. One of them was most sales volume, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, say something. And I was standing there and I was like, thank you. I didn't really understand what I'm doing. So the reason I'm telling this story is to what I saw in my mind. For me, it was per transaction. I want to be a good sender for my clients. I want to make sure that I want to give them the best results. If they have money to invest, I'm investing per person. I'm not seeing it like I want to sell this year 100 million. Okay, it's like I see every client that and they feel they're my only clients, and I give them the time they need. I give them the respect they need, and I give them the point of view what I think is good or not to invest. They listen to me. I'm guiding them. I'm not just their agent. If I feel I cannot really control, or if they cannot listen to me or hear my advice, I'm usually not good for them. I'm usually not helping them. I feel like money is not the reason I'm in real estate. Of course, it's amazing to succeed, but I'm doing it because I feel like I'm doing something good for someone. And if I feel the deal is bad, so sometimes Veronica, my second hand, my right hand, which is here, sometimes she's overwhelmed when we are canceling a deal, and she doesn't understand why I'm so happy. And she's like, Shira, oh my gosh, are we going to cancel? I'm like, yeah, we're going to cancel. Why is that? Because I feel like it's a bad deal for my client. He's going to deal with a tenant that is a crazy tenant. And I don't want him to buy this property because we are building a long-term relationship here. We're not just buying a property, it's in and out and goodbye. I'm working with the same client that I can buy 5, 7 properties, sell 2, 3, same year.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so so I'm an investor, Israeli investor, religious, a parent, and usually my clients are investors, parents, religious, Israelis. So it's very easy for me to give them a guidance. Some of them are just starting with investing. So I'm not just an agent in this world. You have now the commission you need to ask. I have clients not giving up, even if they have to pay me, because they understand my value. I'm not just writing an offer. I'm not
I love
just,
that. Yeah.
I'm giving value. So everyone needs to research their value. If you have a background in law, you have a background in accounting, you have a background in construction, whatever it is, name it, you can take out and somehow pour it on real estate, somehow reflect some of your knowledge and bring into the world of real estate, and people will feel, even if you think it's unimportant, there has got to be something in you that helps you, like let's say a designer. Let's go really far. If someone has a question here, feel free to ask me specifically. I will be glad to answer. um Tackle it, bring it on, let's try. See, I think that situations when you have um like even a designer, you can say, okay, what do I have to bring to the table? And I would say, you have a good eye for design. You can see a house and see why it's not sold, and say, like, I think every designer can see it good. Like, usually designers have good eyes to see what looks good and what's not, and maybe learn a little bit about staging and see how is the right way to stage a house, because a design of a house, a staging of a house can make a difference in a sale. Or, like some people, like I would say, if you're a designer and you're only good in clothes, dress up nicely, you can attract those clients that like to dress up like you, and they will feel comfortable. It's funny, there are so many things people don't even pay attention to that can make such a big difference. You can build a clientele based on who you are. And
So just to piggyback on that, two things that you mentioned, just to kind of point it out, because I mean, you're in a short period of time, you shared so much wisdom. Number one is you're big. One of your strengths is that you're big on leveraging your past experience and the person that you've been for keep building the future, right? Again, all those like things that you mentioned, and there's much more, but those little pieces. By the way, one more thing that people need to understand is, if you want to share, but you have a pretty substantial family,
Yeah.
right? So that's another full-time job that you're running the show, the full household.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not really running the full household. Okay. I think that you cannot really, so I'm not a superhero. I'm just managing time properly.
There
So
you go.
when people ask, how do you do all of that? I'm getting overwhelmed with one kid. You're getting overwhelmed with one kid because you need to manage your time properly.
Right.
So I have my time. I do Pilates almost every morning. I try to eat well. I don't succeed in it every day, I'll be honest with you. Um, and I have someone managing my house for me when it comes to technical stuff like cleaning, washing the dishes, washing the laundry, those kind of stuff. This was even before, like, put all of your money into it, even if you're not successful yet, because without it you cannot be concentrated. So these are the like, and at 5 p.m. I put my phone on the side, and I'm a mom. I do homework with my kids, and I have a lot of time during the day to do everything else. I'm full time on top of, and I'm very like very much with my kids. Like, I will do homework with them, I will sit with them, I'll talk to them, I'll give them mommy time. I'm cooking, I'm baking, I'm doing those stuff. But this is from 5 o'clock. I'm a full-time, full-time position mom. Yes, I'm getting tired. That's why I have Saturday. I'm taking it off because I'm religious. So God gave us those days to rest. This is my charger, I have to admit. If I didn't have that, I would probably work Saturdays, and then I would be like completely ran out of gas. You need, even if you're not religious, you're not Jewish, you're not into those kind of stuff, take a day off. Clean yourself. Don't answer phone. Don't work. Take a day and just be with the family. Rest, eat, drink, sleep, and that's your fuel. And then next day you will feel refreshed. So at the end of the day, yes, I have 5 kids, thank God, and I have little kids. My oldest is 8. My youngest is 1 and 2 months. And when I was giving birth, I was with my phone. Like, I was pushing and I was answering text messages, because I'm workaholic. Don't learn it from me. Take take time off sometimes. But I like, even if I'm on vacations, I find myself time in the day that I'm sending everyone with my husband, and I'm taking my phone and I take 2 hours in a row, and I answer all the calls, and I answer like all the messages, and get a support if you're busy. So I have Veronica that is helping me tremendously when I'm off. Sometimes I'm in Israel, time difference, etc. So you need good people to be surrounded by, because you cannot be successful without them. You cannot be like a superhero, do everything alone. You have to have the right people to help you build your business. It's a big part of my business. Veronica is a big part of my business. My full-time living is a big part of my business. That's how I'm able to do all of that. And then
Yeah.
when you need to be the person, when you need to sell, when you need to, like, when people need you specifically, you need to be there. But everything else that you don't have to be, try to have to have someone to assist you with.
Yeah,
And
and all those are great pointers, and I appreciate you sharing, because people sometimes perceive success as like, oh, this person is lucky, or oh, they have this niche, or no, it's a combination of many things, and you nailed it by saying time management, which is huge, but it's also it's a skill, it's a self-discipline that you have to accept.
I can tell you one thing, that usually when I work with someone, it's a success for me if he comes back to me and he feels like, I can only work with you. I felt like I was really showing my dedication, and I will answer all the time to my phone. I'm trying. I After 5, I'm answering. Is it urgent? To everyone. If it's not urgent, we can wait. Nothing. It's not the end of the world. We're not brain surgeons. After 5 o'clock, all escrows are closed, all banks are closed. There's nothing really to do. We can push it to the next day.
Well said.
But nobody, I mean, lucky is not a good word. Of course, that my perspective is that God is bringing me everything, and my success is God. And I think that the qualities, that quantity, like in, I would say, no, not qualities. It's more like the character. It's to show really like, I think a lot of agents in our office, there is Esti, there is Lior, there are a lot of people. I'm not mentioning now everyone that are great because they're also dedicated to their clients and they will run a marathon for them. They will do everything for them. So this is, I think, when you look at top agents, you will always see the same thing. You'll see dedication, not all of them, but you will see like that they're dedicated, they're hands-on. You will see that they have, that's a secret, by the way. They will have full control over their clients. The clients will listen to them 95% of the time. If I say something to my client, he will do it. If I say those curtains are ugly, take them off, he will take them off. And if I'll say the house needs staging, it looks bad, they will do staging. Not always, not 100% of times, but most of the times. You're a leader and you need to show why they're hiring you. If not, they will start, you know, like they will start fighting for the commission. And if somebody is fighting for my commission, my response is, if you don't understand my value, don't hire me. Take somebody else for 1.5%. I'm not a 1.5% agent. I'm going above and beyond. If you take me, that's what I'm asking. I'm not giving discounts, Meny. I'm very like hands-on. If you hire me, you know why. And if not, take somebody else.
I
So
love it. This is so powerful. So let me ask you a question. Being assertive, because you've been very assertive. You just said it. I'm a leader. Okay. Is this something that you can develop, or you either have it or not?
so it's a tricky question. So you can have the quality, like you can have it in your personality, but it might not be developed. So yes, you whether have it or not as a basic, okay? But you can even if you don't have it at all, you can develop it to a certain point.
Yeah.
And if you have the if you have the assertiveness in you, you can develop it to a crazy level. So it's really like where your starting point is. But definitely it's something. Some people don't know a secret about me, that I'm shy. And it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like I'm shy. I'm not shy. Like one time I told my husband, I'm shy. He's like, you're lying to me. Like, you're not shy, but I am. When I logged into Zoom, I felt chills. When I go to a client's meeting, I feel chills. I feel like my stomach, everyone feels the same thing. I just decide not to act from this place. That's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
But I feel the same way as everybody else, scared to speak, or I just don't let it control me. That's the only difference. It's like I fear, but I don't let my fears control me. I have a fear of flying, but I do fly. So that's the only difference. That's it. I decide to not act from my how do you say it? Like my weak place.
Mm-hmm. Place of weakness, place of fear.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah, a bit, because you're not afraid to confront your, again, either your fears or your weaknesses or whatever's in front of you. You're big on.
But I don't think about it. I just act.
Yes, which is another trait of
I told my agents, if you do door knocking and you're like, oh, what are they going to say? Don't think. Just knock on the door and deal with the situation. Don't start to think too much. Don't overthink it. Don't overbuild stories in your mind. Just act. Good. And good things will happen. If you have a listing presentation, go to the listing presentation. Don't start thinking about it too much. If you want to approach somebody, you're at the gym and you're like, what is he going to say? No, just talk to them. And worst case, it will tell you, I'm not interested. Okay, nothing. It's not the end of the world. Nothing happened. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Just take action. That's a trait of successful people. They just take action without, take action and then, readjust, recalibrate as much as you need, rather than just not doing it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, make a note. We're gonna have a leadership class with Meny Shira to learn some more nuggets for sure.
With
So tell me, when it comes to time management, right, and condensing all of that, put all this energy around servicing your clientele, delivering high results, be extremely committed. How and with that being said, you are taking many days off because of the holidays, because of the commitment to the faith and everything.
and because I'm traveling also.
Because of?
I'm traveling as well. I like, what does it like if you're working non-stop, what's the point? Like, enjoy the money you're making. Travel and make memories with your family. So you need to take the time off. And it's a part of the success. It's like you have to rest a little bit because there is just much, and then you will have more energy when it's. So what was the question? I'm sorry, yeah.
No, that was it. Just the life business balance, and you just said it spot on. Where it comes to working so hard and all this dedication is towards something that is for us and the thing that we care about the most.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Taking time off, taking a massage, taking lunch, taking, like, nothing is gonna happen if you're gonna give yourself some, some good time, like rest, load yourself with energy, do the things that make you happy. I couldn't even shove into my schedule working out. And I decided that no matter what, I'm gonna just put it in my schedule and everything will work around it. And people always call me when I'm taking my Pilates classes all the time. But I'm doing it 4 times a week because it's important enough for me, and it's something that I just added in the last few months to my schedule. And sometimes I have an appointment today to one of my listings, and it's so important that I'll be there. And they wanted me to come at my Pilates time. I'm not coming at my Pilates time. I'll come after.
I love hearing that. Can you say it again, please?
Of course. So I have a listing, and by the way, like, it's something that I really want to sell, okay? And they told me I can meet you at 10, and I said no, I can meet at 11:30. I don't have to mention why. And she was able to fit herself to my schedule. Of course, once in a while, I will make
The accommodations, yeah. Mm-hmm.
if I have to, not if I have to. But no, it's my time. I have it on my schedule, and I commit and I register myself, and it's going into my calendar. And at 9:30 today, and that's why I asked you yesterday, 2 days ago, how long it's gonna take, because I have to be at 9:30 in my Pilates class, and that's my time to, like, take the phone away, like, concentrate, body, soul, mind. It all has to be healthy. It's a part of success.
Yeah, and just to echo on that, whoever is listening right now and later on, this is really one of the fundamental things about keeping your schedule, keeping your integrity, your commitment, right? And that build that mental strength that you're big on that as well all the time.
Yes, very important. I think the time management and the fact that I can do juggling in between everything, that's really helpful. It's something that not everyone can do because it requires a lot of, like, some people just want to have one task at one time, and which is also okay. I'm able to combine. Sometimes I will do something and answer in one hand, do something in the other hand, like, sometimes when I have no choice. But yeah, it's about time management. It's about putting things in the calendar, committing to things, fixing them, like running, like, being organized. It's really helpful.
Yeah. Sure, we can keep talking. You have Pilates in about less than 60 minutes. But no, your time is valuable, and I appreciate you being here with us, sharing your wisdom, and there's a lot of amazing nuggets. So thank you for that.
Of course. If anyone has question, please feel free.
Yeah, and we're gonna do another session with you here in person in the luxury office to learn more about those leadership traits from me as well.
Of course.
Shira, Shana Tova, Gemar Chatima Tova. Thank you so much.
Chatima Tova. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a successful year. Have a successful week. And I really hope that it was helpful. And I love you guys. Thank you.
You're the best, Shira. Shira Dunn. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Shira.
Thank you.